D. Hello. Wow, it got quiet in here real quick. Good evening, everybody. For those of you who don't know me, I know I was just introduced, but I'm Joe. I'm the best man for my buddy here, Pierce. Matt. So, you might not know this, but Matt actually had a pretty hard time finding a best man for today. So first he asked his funniest friend, but he said no. So then he moved on, asked his most handsome friend, he said no. Then he looked at his most drunk friend, and after having already said no 2 times, I finally decided to take the role. Zinger! All right, so I've known Matt since high school, but it wasn't until after we graduated that we became really close. You have to understand that during high school, Matt was an excellent strategist. He would take 29 vacation days a semester, which is the sweet spot for not failing the semester, but also logging as many gaming hours as you possibly can. So these vacation days didn't really allow for us to have time to get to know each other that well, compounded by the fact that Matt had decided at the time not to like me. It's kind of an inside thing, but so fast forward a few years, post high school, we got really close. We're hanging out around 4 or 5 nights a week, usually playing Catan at Alex's house and other board games. Just a quick note to everybody, and Danielle, I'm sure you know this, but don't cross Matt when you're playing a board game. 99% of the time, he's calm, cool, and collect, but if you go head to head with him in a board game, you will lose, and you will see his dark side. So after a few years of hanging out, Matt and I faced our first true relationship test, long distance. This is when I found out that Matt is a man of action, because when I told him that I was leaving for school to move to Niagara, he was quick to pack up his bags, quit his job, and move with me. Instead of going into specifics about what living with Matt was exactly like, I decided just to put a few bullet points in here, so this is what you need to know. Matt will always say yes if you ask him to go for food. A&W's a winner, and he's got the coupons, or he knows where to get them. Thanks, D. Matt will not eat food after the best before date, which was great for me when we lived together. I was a student, I had no money, and I was just scavenging. They called me the scavenger. Matt will stay awake all night if the movie or conversation is good enough. Dan, Fabio, last night you bore witness to that. Good night last night. He'll take care of your dogs like they're his own, and Matt, I still owe you for all the times you picked up after my dogs. It wasn't Boomer, it was Charlie. It's always Charlie. So after living together for 3 years and in 3 different houses, 2 of which you had to live under my wife's rule, I love you, welcome to marriage, our adventure in Niagara came to an end when Matt told me he would be moving to Kingsville with Danielle and her family. Matt seemed so excited to move in with Danielle, so I supported the decision, although it was hard. Over the next few months, I come to discover that Matt had taken on chores around the Detlinger house, had developed an even stronger relationship with Danielle, and he was shaping up to be a pretty good son-in-law to Brenda and Rob. Before I continue my perspective with the evolving love story that we have here on Matt, I'd like to dive into my relationship with Danielle. I first heard about Danielle during summer break when Matt had gone back to work at Norman Hardy's. Norm's here. Norm, shout out. Matt mentioned that he went on a successful date with a girl named Danielle from work, and I was just so excited to hear that he'd entered the dating world. Like, I was really excited. I don't believe that Danielle remembers the first time we officially met, and I'm not going to speculate on how many glasses of wine she had, but let me tell you, she was a social butterfly, and despite what you may have thought at the time, you made a great first impression on my wife and I. Danielle is fun, she's easygoing, she isn't scared to share her opinion, but when she's around, Matt is just so happy. Vice versa, when Matt is around, Danielle is always glowing, as you can see. So over the years, Danielle and I have become good friends, and I find myself calling her to say hi or to see what her opinion is. Why? Because she listens to people, she listens to me, she listens to Matt, to her friends, and she cares deeply about how people feel. She helped me and my wife when we had our little baby earlier this year, cooking food for us, watching our dogs, and allowing us to feel comfortable talking about our experience. So I'm just going to sum that up with Danielle and say, she gets it. Danielle, Matt, I've had the pleasure of seeing you two work together on big projects like moving in together, navigating a long-distance relationship at one point, seeing you two grow insanely close and then commit to spend your lives together. I love you both. I feel privileged to have played a part in your journey, and I can't wait to see what the future holds.
Okay. Ow, ow, thank you, Cindy. So I don't know. Hello, can we hear me? No.
The green light must be on.
Thank you, DJ. Danielle, you can breathe. We were nice. Okay. Hi, everybody. My name is Annika.
And I'm Mel.
And together we are
Danielle's spare brain cells.
Before we get into our speech, we wanted to introduce our wedding party counterparts.
Alvin, please stand up. Alvin! For those who haven't met, this is Alvin. Stay standing. I didn't say sit. And for those who have, this is still Alvin. Thanks, Alvin. You can now sit down.
Alex, stand up. Your mom wanted everyone to know that you're single and a CPA. Thank you, Alex. You can sit.
Moving on. As Danielle's spare brain cells, we are inseparable. We met in England during our first year of university. This year was filled with all kinds of shenanigans, including our Morocco trip, which truly summarizes our relationship.
It was mid-March in England, which briefly translates to gloomy and bleak. So on a depressing Tuesday morning, the three of us decided we needed a trip. By that evening, we had flights booked. By Thursday, we skipped class and were on a flight and did not look back. The trip was nothing short of a Melissa McCarthy and Adam Sandler movie in the making. To begin,
Our flight got rerouted.
requiring us to get into a cab that was held together by duct tape.
Where the doors only opened from the outside.
The speedometer did not work, and our driver was defogging the windshield with his sleeve.
We experienced nightlife with a paid bodyguard.
And we ate strange fruit from strangers in cultural landmarks. We toured Casablanca with our host's grandson's friend's cousin?
We think? I don't know. We're not really sure what that makes them, but either way, it was fun. To come back to our point, our friendship with Danielle is chaotic
And dictated by an unwavering commitment to loving one another.
and never passing up an adventure. Some might say we are codependent.
Or connected by trauma bonds, but they fail to see how each of our strengths compensates the other's shortcomings. Without Danielle, I'm not sure either one of us would have survived this year, let alone thrived. Her incredible sense of humor,
Her wit,
her ability to create comfort for everyone around her is indispensable.
she is truly the older sister energy we both crave. We are over the moon that Danny met Matt. Matt is the cool, calm, and always patient safety net that our trio was missing.
We knew he was a keeper when he understood that candy
And endless rides home or around town were always the way to win our hearts.
He's always a good sport when we drop kick him out of his comfort zone.
He provides us perspective and the steadfast support, which is exactly what we needed to level up our shenanigans.
There are no doubts in our minds that you two are meant to be together forever. And we so look forward to being part of that story.
Matt, you agreed to spend your life with Danielle, but you may or may not have realized is you also signed up to spend your life with Annika and myself.
My metaphor for you is like a Happy Meal. We're the apples and toy you have to take with your hamburger and french fries. Before returning to our regularly scheduled programming, we wanted to share with you a quote that best summarizes the wishes we have for the newlyweds. 1 Corinthians. Jokes. Danielle said nobody was supposed to talk about that except the officiants. He missed that memo. The email was not CC'd. But in all seriousness, we wish you both comfort and belonging in each other's arms.
Contentment in the life you guys build together.
And peace in knowing that everybody here is dedicated to helping you grow in your love. And we wish you lifelong adventures, so that you may laugh so hard that one of you pees their pants.
It's gonna be Danielle.
We know. So everybody, would you please join us in raising a glass? To the bride and groom, Danielle and Matt, may you be happy and, I don't know, a little silly? Yeah. Forever. Yeah. Danielle and Matt. Thank you everybody for coming out and celebrating our very best friends.
See you guys on the dance floor.
Little star back with me, made me sing like a baby with a heart store. Hold me close, girl.
Is it on? Flick it up.
Oh my goodness, thank you so much. I wasn't expecting this. I'd like to thank my parents and also the bride and groom for allowing me to get up here. Maybe a bit of a mistake. I'm joking. I feel a little bad because everyone talked about how they met the bride and groom in their speeches, and I forgot, so I'll do a little ditty now. I met Danny a long time ago, and you know, when we first met, there was a bit of a language barrier, I will say. We got over that. It took some time, but we got over that. And Matt was technically one of my bosses, I guess, and he kind of tolerated me. But I knew Matt was the one when he was smart enough to figure out that it wasn't mom and dad that he needed to win over, but little sister. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Matt, you are so incredibly kind, patient, and forgiving. Not only with my sister, but with me and everyone you meet. You actively go out of your way to help everyone, my sister, the rest of my family, and me again. And I remember when I first heard that you had been driving down from Niagara to visit Danielle in Kingston, I was like, it's a little interesting. I'm like, someone would really drive 3 hours to be with my 4 hours to be with my sister. And I was like, that's the one. I was thinking, Matt really embodies, if he wanted to, he would. And obviously Matt wanted to marry my sister, because here we are. Huh? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And Danielle, I am so happy for you, because you really found your Prince Charming, a guy who treats you deservedly as a princess. Even right from the beginning, Whenever you two were together, there was nothing but laughter and smiles. And I'm so happy that Matt makes you happy. And I couldn't ask for anything more. You are perfect for Matt because, similarly, you are extremely kind, patient, and forgiving. Maybe scratch forgiving. You love to bring up the fact that I bit you on the nose once when I was barely a sentient being. I'm kidding. But Danielle, you are so good for Matt because you have really brought him out of his comfort zone in getting him to try so many new things besides bologna sandwiches. And you really bring out the best in him as he does you. I'm very lucky to be both of your guys' little sister, and I'm so happy that we're family. All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, up next, please join me in welcoming Aaron, the bride's brother, to the podium for his speech this evening.
All right, well, we're definitely going to keep this short and sweet, okay? So, hello and welcome. Again, my name's Aaron. I'm Danielle's brother. And as I started writing this on Friday night and finishing it on Sunday morning, the first thing that came to mind was prioritization. And I definitely think that Matt is definitely the epitome of that. And, the first thing that came to mind after meeting, the guy that I first knew as the pizza boy. And I knew that somewhere online you were going to be able to find a picture of his doppelganger standing with Tom Cruise on the set with Top Gun. And so, but, either way, it was pretty evident how much he cared and just gave a shit after he organized a drive-by graduation for Danielle at the start of COVID. And, round of applause for that, because honestly, right? But, and he was basically there every single time I was up from Windsor when I was at school. And so it didn't really surprise me, and actually, it didn't really surprise anybody when he sat us all down and told us that he was going to ask Danielle to marry him. And it really... Matt, you're an awesome addition to the family. I look forward to the memories that we're going to have as you and Danielle build your lives together. And I saved talking about Danielle kind of near the end, because as I was writing this, I kind of used the benchmark of when I got teary-eyed, like where I was going to stop. So basically anytime I started, it was really downhill from there. So we're going to finish up soon. But Danielle, shit. One day you're driving around the county at sundown, and the next you're watching your sister walk down the aisle. And it's just, life moves really fast. So it's awesome to see you building the life that we talked about. And whether it's managing people or navigating the tropes of corporate speak and life that way, your drive and charisma brings you success, and I hope that as you move through the different chapters of your life with Matt, that you remember just to slow down, because again, I think sometimes it just moves a little too fast. So, thank you so much, and let's all have a drink for Danielle and Matt. So here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, up next, please join me in welcoming Terry and Katie, the groom's parents, for their speech.
Terry, you're on your own.
Hello. Well, I kind of guess I'm up here by myself, but I'll try and say something. Danielle, I just want to say that you are the most gorgeous bride that I've seen. Okay? And I also have a little story about Matt and Danielle that I kind of want to tell. I know they're not expecting it, neither is Katie, but when these two first went out, it was Matt was a ball player, good ball player, okay? And Danielle used to come out to the games. She'd sit up in the stands, and Matt would be up to bat, hit the ball, run around the bases, run right up, sit in the stands with her. So all the guys come up to me and said, "What the heck is wrong with Matt?" And I said to myself, "Well, can't you see it? It's up in the stands." I said, "We've never seen anybody run so fast around those bases. So it's just to get up there." So poor pity the guy that was ahead of him. Usually it was me. But anyways, when that happens, I kind of knew right then that there was something special. And I knew they'd probably be to this point. So anyways, where's Katie? Anyways, I'd like to thank everybody for showing up to Matt and Danielle's wedding. It's great to ever see everybody here. Sorry, I went offline. You weren't here.
And in case anybody didn't know, yes, I was in the restroom. Danielle, we feel incredibly blessed to have you join our family. You're a bright light in Matthew's life, and you will always hold a special place in our hearts because you make our son so very happy. We can't wait to see what adventures life has in store for the two of you. We hope there is an abundance of love, laughter, and joy. We love you both, and we will always be here for you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming up Rob and Brenda, the bride's parents, for their speech this evening.
I need my glasses. Yep. All right, let's go. That's you.
It is me. This is you too.
You know. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Meine Damen und Herren,
and everyone in between.
I want to introduce you to my wife, otherwise known as Mob, M-O-B, mother of the bride. I'm Rob. Fob, father of the bride. Also Sob, S-O-B, son of a butcher. Okay? And of course, Bob, as of last night.
To all of our guests, today is a very special day. And without your incredible efforts to get here, my brother from Australia, friends from Vancouver, Florida, via Michigan, and everywhere in between, we thank you from the bottom of our hearts for making this day extra special.
Thank you. I did want to make one clarification. I know a lot of people saw me walk down the aisle with Danielle today and might have seen tears in my eyes. And it's got nothing to do with being emotional about today. It's I received the final bills for the wedding today. And so just want everybody to know that's really what happened, okay?
when Danielle and Matt asked us to speak tonight, we in turn asked them if there was anything off limits. We conveniently forgot what those limits were. And if anybody needs some help with that, I have a favorite new wine. Tina, we can share our favorite new wine with everybody. It's called Frisky Beaver. Frisky Beaver, okay?
We'll stop there. A lot of people have told stories about Danielle and talked about her personality and her nature. And I do want to say that she is extremely independent and observant and soaks everything up that's happening around her. And she did that from a very early age. So we call it FOMO, fear of missing out. But from the time Danielle was the smallest baby, she never allowed anybody to cradle her like a baby. She always wanted to be held with her face outwards, right? So that she could see everything and take everything in. And, that natural curiosity is an amazing thing that I love about her. She's always interested in what's going on, what's happening around her, what people are doing. And also a natural curiosity about just different things in life. So I want you to know about that. It's one of the things that I love about her. So.
We love it about her.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah. When Danielle was a toddler, she had one great passion, to be a model princess. And thanks to Tante Sabine, who bought her many pretty dresses and the loudest plastic high heels money could buy. Danielle was able to take on that role with a lot of enthusiasm. There were no opportunities for an afternoon nap after that period. She was always very lively, and when she held court, she had everyone enthralled and laughing like she can today. She knew how to have a good time, charm people around her, and raise their spirits.
And although Danielle is our little princess, of course, I do want to say that she's also not just pretty and smart, but she's also got some amazing skill sets that everybody might not know about. If you ever want to assemble any furniture from any place like IKEA, leave Danielle with the furniture, a small wrench, and about 2 hours, and you can come back and everything will be assembled. So it's an amazing skill that she has, so I just want to bring that up.
As Danielle matured and went to university, she had a very strong core group of girlfriends. Thank you, Mel and Annika. They were her rock and helped her a lot. We didn't hear too much about boyfriends at that time, or broken hearts, or any kinds of drama. And for us, this is very comforting. We thought, okay, Danielle doesn't really have to date anyone, and we could be happy with that.
I would have been more than happy. But then I started hearing some things about somebody named Piercy. I'm like, what the hell kind of name, Piercy? What is going on here? I hope he doesn't got like pierced ears and pierced noses and eyebrows and all that kind of stuff. So, I was a little concerned, but being the good father that I am, I kind of still stepped back and just kind of waited to see what would develop.
And as Aaron alluded to, what sealed it for us when COVID came on and the world seemed to come to a stop is when Matt organized that convoy past our house. It was so memorable that we will always be grateful for you and your family.
And I gotta say that I was a little pissed off because I'm like, what the hell's this guy doing? Like, he's just like raising the bar so high for every other guy, right? You know? But it was an amazing thing when we were all sitting in the living room, we got a call that, you know, that somebody was coming by, and then all of a sudden you see this convoy and there's a bunch of cars and everybody's honking and you know, got posters out there to congratulate Danielle for her graduation. I knew something special was happening, right? You know, somebody doesn't go through that effort, and that, you know, that effort in arranging things without it being serious, and I was pretty impressed after that point. So, yeah.
Our little princess has found her prince. Yeah. Somebody that is thoughtful and makes her feel special and celebrates her. And we are proud to witness your love story.
Yeah.
We are happy to welcome Matthew Pierce and his entire family into our family.
Brenda's crying because she just saw the bill too. I just handed it to her. Matt and Danielle, Brenna and I wish you a love that grows every day, good fortune, and a long and healthy life. And I might be a little selfish in saying this, but many, many babies. Yeah. Be kind to each other, be forgiving, and be partners in your journey moving forward. And we're very, very happy to have you as part of our family. So it's awesome.
To Matt and Danielle.
Raise the glass. Let's raise a glass to Matt and Danielle. Cheers.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, we have one more speech this evening, so please join me in welcoming up your newlyweds, Mr. and Mrs. Pierce, to the podium for their speech.
Beep, beep.
Ah, there she is.
Okay. Hello, everyone. After doing those vows, I feel like... can we please get a round of applause for all the amazing speeches tonight? Chef Don and his team, DJ Jesse, and everyone here at Sprucewood for making this day so amazing. And memorable, for sure, yes. They all did a fantastic job. Matt and I are so happy that everyone was able to make it tonight, and we really appreciate everyone traveling here to celebrate this special day with us. From Australia to BC, Saskatchewan, and all over Ontario. We really can't put into words how happy we are that everyone was able to make it out this weekend. We also want to thank Brenda and Rob, for the amazing party last night, for those of you who attended. Yeah. And to our wedding party, thank you for all the help you've given throughout the process, and to both of our parents. Thank you.
That's okay. Thank you again to everyone. And I just wanted to give a quick reminder to my Uncle Joe. Oops. If you have forgotten, it is your anniversary today. Yeah, okay. Jokes aside, congratulations to you both. We're so happy for you. We don't want to take up too much time here, considering we already took up your Thanksgiving weekend. So thank you to everyone. I hope you guys have a great night. Enjoy the dance floor. Enjoy the bar. The phone at the back, if you want to leave a message, that's our guest book. Just dial 0. And then Yeah.
Zero's the other way.
Yeah, zero's the other way, sorry. And just wait for the ringtone and then leave a message. Thank you again to everyone, and have a good night.